How y'all doing? Welcome to episode 5 of Wrestle Zone. Okay, so Survivor Series was 2 days ago, Sunday night. Quick recap for you of the main highlights. The women's division traditional Survivor Series match, Raw prevailed in that one, which was ones like Charlotte and Sasha Banks and all that. Raw also prevailed over SmackDown on the tag team division. 5-on-5 tag team elimination match. But SmackDown won the main one of the men's 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match, which was quite frankly the match of the night, more or less. So I guess Undertaker will be happy, as he came when he was on last week's SmackDown. He said there would be hell to pay if Team Raw didn't rest in peace. So they won anyway. You'll notice my vintage Undertaker hat that I am wearing. This is from 91 or 92. It's in great shape. I had one like this when I was in high school. My friend found me this, I'm assuming on eBay or something. But he got it for me. He has this way of finding old wrestling like shirts and stuff. So Aaron, thank you for that. I didn't watch Raw last night, but by the look of it, I didn't really miss much. As Raw hasn't been good for a long time now, so I guess Goldberg plans to wrestle at the Royal Rumble. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. He beat Brock Lesnar pretty quickly in Sunday's main event. He it was a little less than a minute and a half, and that match was over. Goldberg just basically hit his finishers on Lesnar right out of the gate and pinned Lesnar. Now, there's some people that are complaining about that, but you know what? I don't see a problem with it. It catches him off guard. They're obviously building to something bigger, so we'll see where they go with that. But like I said, Goldberg is in the Royal Rumble, so that should be interesting. That's not till January, folks. So we have a couple more pay-per-views between now and then. We have, as I mentioned before, tables, ladders, and chairs. Yes, that is happening, and that's going to be the SmackDown pay-per-view. The Raw one is going to be Roadblock End of the Road, it's called. That one's called. That's later in December. Not sure whether I'll watch that one or not. The SmackDown one, I guess it's going to be the main event, is AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. You know, good match. Good matchup. I'd like to see one of those Asylum matches that they had earlier in the year. That was pretty interesting, how he kicked Chris Jericho's ass. I don't like Chris Jericho. And he called The Undertaker a stupid idiot on Twitter. I was like, dude, are you stupid? Well, let me know how that works out for you. I'm guessing not very well. But John Cena is off filming season 2 of American Grit. Says he misses the crowds and stuff, which he probably does. But in recent years, I have not seen the same spark in John Cena that I used to always see. He doesn't have the flair in his performance that he used to have. And I think it's because he was basically there week in and week out, and even the most dedicated person can lose interest. Like I said, he still loves the company, but I think in the next, I don't know, a couple of years, maybe a few years, as he said, he doesn't want it to go into an older age like some of the other wrestlers do. Which with his style, it makes sense, because he's going to be 40 next April, so. And he doesn't really have the style that has a lot longevity to it. I mean, he's basically done the same thing since he's been there, so. Sorry. Air's dry here. But, we'll see what happens. There's a few wrestlers that are probably going to retire or leave within the next year or two. Undertaker, sadly, is probably one of them. Kane wants to go into politics, believe it or not, so he's another one. Big Show. Mark Henry probably, and I heard Dolph Ziggler is going to be leaving fairly soon, because he's Dolph Ziggler has become a stand-up comedian. I've not seen his act, but I heard it's really funny, so that's what he's likely going to do. So you're going to see like a lot of more new guys come into the WWE soon. I mean, that's kind of what the roster is now. It's mostly the newer talent. I like some of them, but like I said, I don't watch the show as it doesn't have the same spark that it did like in the Attitude Era, or even the Ruthless Aggression Era, or even the older wrestling like 80s and early 90s. But you can still watch it, but it's not something you want to watch all the time, because the problem I have with Raw is it's 3 hours and it's a lot of talking. It's not enough wrestling. I mean, it really doesn't need to be 3 hours. SmackDown's a 2-hour show. That's fine. I guess WWE didn't end up buying TNA, their tape library, after all. Sorry. Throat's really dry in here. Just gotta get a drink. And that's what happens this time of year. The air gets really dry. Not much you can do about it. Like I said, what was I saying now? Oh yeah. So I'm not sure what happened with the deal with that for buying TNA's tapes, but I guess it fell through, so the TNA stuff's not going to end up on the network anytime soon. There was a what was I going to say? I forgot now. There's a new WWE 2K17 that just came out. I might get it, I don't know yet. Well, not right off, because I don't have that kind of money, but that's why these videos are what they are. I mean, I don't have the type of equipment to make them elaborate or anything. I would like to somehow get an outside camera and do videos like in different places and stuff. So maybe one day I can at least do that. But for now, this is what I have. So I mean, bear with me. I mean, I'm not one of those people that has all kinds of money and stuff. Like, I mean, I wish I did, but yeah, these videos are for fun. I mean, I know some people. There's been a couple people in my other videos that they've clicked the dislike button. So you know what? You're not forced to like these. You're not forced to watch them. But understand this is a talk show, basically, and there's gonna be times when I play music and stuff, but you know, it's not gonna be every episode. I mean, I'm probably not gonna play any of this episode simply because I don't know where my wrestling themes are and shit. I don't know which disc that's on, which mix they're on, so I don't feel like looking for it. But if you watch wrestling, I'm sure you've heard most of the themes anyway. So it'd be interesting to see where Goldberg goes after Royal Rumble, if he goes to WrestleMania or not. If he does go to WrestleMania, who's he going to wrestle? Cena? Undertaker? Triple H? Who knows? As I said before, I'm still upset that they took the title off Sasha Banks on Raw. It was a stupid decision for her to lose, because I mean, just giving Charlotte the title just because she's Ric Flair's daughter is stupid. I mean, that's why the Bella twins got as much as they did. It's because of who they're dating. I mean, Nikki's with John Cena, and Brie actually married Daniel Bryan, so that's why they get special consideration. Now, I don't think Paige is coming back because of a rift that she had with the company. They're trying to say it was like a wellness violation or some shit like that, and I don't buy that because look how skinny she is. I can assure you, she doesn't take steroids. Okay, I mean, you want a steroid freak? Look at Barry Bonds. So maybe not now because he's not playing anymore, but I mean, you've seen like cards of him his days with the Pirates, and then you look at him when he was on the Giants. He was like bloated. You try to say that he didn't do them, bullshit, buddy. That's why your cards ain't worth nothing. That is rookie card, copy of his rookie card. I don't know. I think I got a set or something. I ended up selling it when it was still like worth like $8. Now, can you imagine if he didn't do steroids, what that card would be worth? It'd probably be worth a good $50-$60 at least. And that was several years ago, so that card's probably worth $2, if that, now. So, that's kind of the reason why I stopped collecting like baseball cards and stuff, is because they're not really worth anything. I mean, they are and they aren't, but if the player does something stupid or whatever, the value goes down. Or, some cards just ain't worth nothing anyway. I mean, the jersey cards, for those of you getting a little off topic here, but they do this with wrestling too. What a jersey card is it's a piece of like clothing that the for other sports it's jerseys, but for like wrestling it would be a piece of clothing that the player wore. Now they're either donated or they buy them at auction, and they cut them into little pieces for the cards. I've watched the process on a YouTube video. It's pretty interesting. But I have one of, if you get the special collector's edition of Edge's The Decade of Decadence, with the box, there might still be some floating around in some places. You get an oversized card. That's one of the extras that you get. that has a piece of his, ring gear. So that's pretty cool. But that's why I got the collector's edition, because you get things like that. I mean, some people think they're fake, but I was like, if you want fake, if somebody took like a random piece of clothing and taped it to a card, yeah, that's fake. But you really can't fake like a jersey card or a relic card, because I mean, if card companies were doing that, they'd be out of business, because the FBI has zero tolerance for fraud, shit like that. So you buy a pack of cards and you get like a jersey card or a relic card or some sort, be happy. Granted, it's not always worth a lot, because some players just don't pan out. So you could get you could get one of a wrestler. It's wasn't that good, and it's only worth $5. Or you could get one of a legend that's worth, $100. It's luck of the draw. That's why I've been buying these. I don't really buy many cards, but I've been buying these like entertainment cards of like actors and actresses and stuff like that. Because you can get like autographs and stuff out of a pack. I haven't hit anything yet in the few that I bought, but you never know. But they do have stuff like that. As far as I know, they still make wrestling cards. So if you buy a box of wrestling cards, there's some boxes where you're guaranteed at least one relic in it. So you open all those packs, you're guaranteed something good. Plus, all the insert cards that they have. And occasionally there's even an autograph, so you might get an autograph and a relic card out of a box. I don't know how much the boxes are, because I haven't bought one. I only got a few like random wrestling cards around. I mean, I have a couple Undertaker, or a few Undertaker, and I think one of Stone Cold Steve Austin that somebody gave me. The Stone Cold Steve Austin one was up here. I was going to show it to you, but I guess it ain't here now, so whatever. So I've been looking at other wrestling like DVDs and stuff, but see, the only ones I'll keep are ones I'll watch again and again, because you get some that have a few good matches on them, like the compilations, and the rest of it's just whatever. And that's the problem with the ones that they WWE produces, is they don't always pick the best matches. Just like the Undertaker's Deadliest Matches set that came out in, I think, 2000. I'll say late 2010 to early 2011, something like that. It was good, but not great. I mean, there's so much that they could have included on it, but they didn't. It had Hell in a Cell matches on it, but again, it didn't have all of them. You skipped over. It hardly did anything from the Attitude Era on it. That's blasphemy in itself, either. Too. On top of that, there was no Blu-ray release. Not only you get bonus matches with the Blu-ray release, but there was no Blu-ray release for that. And on top of that, another issue that it had was there was no bonus features, no bonus matches or anything. So it's good. It's a good set if you can get it cheap, if you're an Undertaker fan. But I mean, don't expect to be blown away by it. I mean, hell, I freaking recorded my favorite matches from that set onto a VHS tape. So, you know, that tells you something right there. I mean, set's not that impressive. The Tombstone set, which I have up there, is very good. It's no complaints about the Tombstone History of the Undertaker set. I mean, it's got everything on it. It's got the very first Hell in a Cell match versus Shawn Michaels. It's also got the Mankind one. It's got it's got 4 WrestleMania matches on it. It's got the 2 with Kane. It's got the very first one with Triple H in 2001 at WrestleMania X7. It's got versus Diesel at WrestleMania 12. So it's a good set. But hopefully there'll be another one another set of The Undertaker soon that does him justice, because he deserves it. I mean, this guy's like the king of the WWE, and I don't say that because he's my favorite. I know I mentioned this before, but I say it because it's true. I mean, this guy, they tried to get him to go to WCW during the Monday Night Wars. He never strayed once. Whereas others like Shawn Michaels even was in negotiations to go there. So, but Taker never strayed once. And a lot of people don't realize, but he helped put over a lot of younger stars and other stars over the years, where theoretically this guy could be a 20-time champion easy. He could have been a 20-time champion easy. He could be past Flair, past Cena. He's got to the point where they more or less ask him if they have an idea of who they want to put him in a feud with or whatever. They will ask his input. Okay, I don't even think John Cena has that. So, it's going to be really sad when The Undertaker does hang it up. Just a second. Quiet, Coco. And cat. But like I said, he's not the only one that's probably going to retire or leave soon. You know, like I said, Kane and ones like that, Big Show. From what I hear, some people will actually be glad to see Big Show leave, but that's a story for another day. But wrap this up. Like I said, these are going to vary in length. Some may be almost an hour. This one's not going to be quite a half hour, but SmackDown is tonight. If you want to watch it, it's on the USA Network at 8 o'clock. I am not sure what will be going on there, but I might watch it. I don't think I have anything else to do tonight, so I'll probably watch it. I would watch Raw if it had less annoying wrestlers on it, but, you know, it is what it is. But, anyways, I think I'll wrap this up. Like I said, December 4th, it's Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, this next SmackDown pay-per-view, if you want to watch that. That should be good. I mean, we'll see what else gets booked for it. I mean, they have they have a week and a half, basically, to do it. Because December 4th, I mean, you figure it. Today is November 22nd, okay? So November 30th is the last day of the month. So they got about a little over a week and a half to book that show. So they better get on the ball. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know how many people watch my other volumes of this, but well, you really don't need to watch, you know, the previous episodes if you don't want to. But I mean, I know some people will sit and watch all my videos, but That's up to you, I guess. Near future, I hope to have guests on here, but like I said, this is still in the early stages. I mean, I don't do this like on any set schedule. It's basically when house is quiet, like it is now, and that's when I choose to do these. Then I just do it, and that's it. I have other videos if you're interested. I did several parts in my thoughts of political correctness and other issues. I recently did, I did a continuance of part 5, so part 5 is like 2 parts. That's what I've done recently. That's the most recent thing that I've done. And I did a video talking about Halloween. That video was kind of a little bit of a rush, so I'm going to go back to that because Halloween's my favorite holiday. So I'm going to go, back to that topic pretty soon too. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do videos whenever I can, so if you subscribe, you will be informed when I create a new one or upload a new one, I should say. And take care.